What's goody? In this video, I want to tell you guys the best first credit cards that you guys can get if you have no credit cards, reporting on your credit, if you have no credit cards at all, if you want to get your very first credit card. You feel me? So this is why I make videos like this, to give you guys as much value and as much sauce and gems as possible. And this video is going to be different from any other video that you've watched on the best beginner cards in 2024, the best credit cards. None of those videos tell you guys how to actually get approved for these cards. In this video, I'm going to tell you guys how to actually get approved, guaranteed, for your very first card. And I'm going to give y'all three different options when it comes to picking your very first card that you guys can get on your credit. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. But let me introduce myself. My name is Mr. Risk the Limit. This is the Risk the Limit YouTube channel. Go ahead and leave a like before we even start the video, because it's already going to be some sauce. If I'm talking like this, if I'm talking with this confidence and with this aura, you already know that this is going to be a lot of sauce. So go ahead and leave a like, comment something that you want to see next, and let's get right into the video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, but let's get right into it. So this is going to be some sauce for you guys. I'm going to tell you guys how to get each of these cards step by step. The first one is going to be either the student or the regular Discover It card. This might seem basic, but this is honestly one of the best first cards that you guys can get. This was the first credit card that I got. So if I'm recommending you guys this, is because this is what I did, and this is what I see best for most people. Because when you guys are starting, you want to get a good card that's good on rewards. This card is amazing for rewards and amazing for people that have no credit. They usually approve people from anywhere between 1,000 to the most I've seen is 2,500 if you have some good AUs. Let me not speak too much, but let me tell you guys how to get this card. So how I would guarantee basically an approval for this card in the high thousands, in the high 15 to $2,000, $2,500, is basically, of course, I would build a relationship with Discover. I would literally, they have savings, they have online savings accounts, they have an online checking account. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Usually, it just depends what time of like year it is. Their checking account application might be open or it might be closed. If it's open, of course, go ahead and open that right away. Also, open up their savings account right away. Put as much money as you can in that account, in both of those accounts if you can. Start using that debit card. Start putting more money every day, month by month, depositing money into those accounts. And then after a couple of months, maybe even just a month, apply for that Discover card, and you guys are going to get a very high chance of approval for a very high amount. Of course, the more money that you guys put in the checking account, in the Discover checking account or the Discover savings account, the higher chance you have to be approved for this card. And the difference between the student card and the regular card is nothing. They're basically the same exact card. One is just, if you're a student, you have an easier chance of getting approved for the student card. And if you're not a student, of course, you can't apply for the student card, apply for the regular one, but you may have a lower chance than somebody applying for the student card. But that's just what it is. Of course, let me tell you guys what bureau they pull. They're going to pull from your Experian credit report, your Experian FICO, to get approved for this card. Like I said, I've seen beginner limits from 1,000 and then all the way up to 2,500 being somebody's very first card. So imagine a $2,500 limit on your very first card. That's a gem. This card also has 5% rotating cash back on different categories every quarter. So very good gem right there. And then it also has another cash back match. So basically the cash back that you get in the first year, Discover will match it and then double it at the end of your first year. So if you get 100 in cash back, they'll double it and give you another 100. So Discover is just fire like that. You feel me? They just be doing things like this, and they just fire with it. So that's why I fuck with Discover. Their customer service is great. Everything about Discover is great. So this is one of my first recommendations for the very best first credit cards you guys can get. And shameless plug, I'm gonna drop a link for a referral link of the Discover card down in the description. Basically, if you get approved for this card, you will get $100 after you make one transaction. That one transaction can literally be buying a piece of gum, getting gas, anything. You'll get $100 for free, and I will also get $100. So if you're going to apply for this card, use a link. It doesn't matter whose link you use. It doesn't have to be mine. I don't care if you use mine or not. Just use somebody's link, because you're going to be missing out on $100. It's not even about me at this point. The link guarantees that you're going to get $100 if you get approved. If you don't use any referral link, there's no sign-on bonus for this card. So just use somebody's link and you're going to at least get $100 by getting a very first credit card that you need on your credit, because you need to start building credit for the shit that we're going to be talking about on this channel. So if you're watching this video and you're 18, you're at least 18 and you don't have a credit card, get this card right now. Stop fucking around and build your credit, bruh. I'm sorry I'm talking to you like a dickhead, but if you don't have a card, get this fucking card, bro. Like, just get this card. All right. Going on to number two. The number two card I would recommend is actually multiple cards. It's actually the Chase Freedom cards. So they have three Chase Freedom cards. It's a lineup of cards, right? So the cards are going to be the Chase Freedom Rise. This is the easiest one to get. I made the whole video on my channel. It's called Easiest Chase Credit Card to Get. And it's talking about the Freedom Rise card. Basically, to get this card, all you have to do is have $250 in a Chase, any Chase account. So savings account, checking account, any Chase account, and you have a high chance of getting approved for this card, even if you don't have any credit. Even if you have zero credit, you can get approved for this card. So that's why I recommend that one. But if you guys want a little sauce on how to get the Freedom Flex, which is better, and then the Freedom Unlimited, which is also better, those two are like very, very similar. So if you guys want a high chance of getting these cards, which is a step above the Freedom Rise card, then same thing as Discover. We're going to want to build a relationship with Chase. The sooner you can get in with Chase, the better. I opened up my Chase account at 17. It was a Chase college checking. When I got, accepted into college, I went to a Chase bank. You have to go into the branch to open up a college checking if you're 17. So at 17, go into a branch, open this up, build a relationship for a year. Boom. As soon as you hit 18, apply for that Chase Freedom Flex or Freedom Unlimited card, and you should have a high chance of approval if you're using that account wisely, responsibly, spending money, putting money in there, put as much money as you can into that account. And yeah, you're going to be building a relationship with Chase early. So if you have that relationship with Chase, I would honestly recommend getting maybe the Chase card before the Discover card, but they're honestly both very good cards. Like, you guys can pick either one and they're both going to be very good. In my situation, I didn't really know about getting the Chase cards and I kind of fucked it up. So I went with the Discover. But if you guys want to get into Chase early, I would honestly recommend Chase being your first card if you can, because Chase has a rule, 524 rule. Basically, if you have more than 5 cards in the last 24 months, you can't get another Chase card. So you guys want to make sure Chase is one of your earliest cards, at least 1 through 4, so you can get under that 524 rule. You feel me? So definitely recommend this being your first card. If you can, get this card, and then you can change this card into any card that you want. Freedom Flex, Freedom Rise, Freedom Sapphire Preferred, Sapphire Reserve. So this is a good card to have with Chase and start building a relationship, because Chase just has very good credit cards. If you guys didn't know, Chase has amazing cards. So you guys can build a relationship with them early. But yeah, that's honestly most of the sauce I have with that one. With Chase, you guys can get in there early, just build a relationship. Number 3, same thing. The third card I'm going to be talking about is going to be the Amex Blue Cash Everyday card. And this, some people might think that they can't get this card because it's an Amex card and they have to have a high credit score. Yeah, that is the case. Amex does want to make sure that you have a lot of credit, but you guys can actually get this card as your first card if you have no credit with the sauce that I'm about to drop. So Amex recently just dropped a personal checking account. So you guys can literally open up a personal checking account and a savings account with Amex. You open up those two things, put as much money as you can, spend as much as you can, deposit as much as you can, and just build that relationship with them. Use them for a month, 2 months, 3 months, and then boom, go apply for that card online and watch how you guys get approved for this card, even if you have no credit, bro. Even if you have no credit, I'm trying to emphasize the sauce for you guys is building relationships with these banks for at least a month. I would say a good time frame is 3 months to you guys to build a relationship. So if I were to give y'all the sauce on how to do this, this is the route that I would take. This is like high level shit that I'm giving y'all if you're just starting in this credit game. So this is going to work if you have no credit, right? No credit. This is the whole point of this video. You have no credit. I'm going to give y'all the sauce right here. What I would do, I would open an account with Chase. Boom, I open an account with Chase, put as much money as I can into there. After 2 to 3 months of money being put in that account, I'm going to apply for either the Chase Freedom Flex or the Chase Freedom Unlimited. They're both interchangeable. They're both really good. So I would apply for either one of those. Boom, get approved. Now I have a Chase card as my very first card. This is a tier 1 credit card on my credit report as my first card. Then what you're going to want to do is age that card out for a little bit. I would say wait 3 to 6 months of um letting this card report on your credit. Of course, on-time payments. Of course, using the card a lot. Of course, never missing any payments and never pay interest. Is use this card consistently. Maybe just spend one thing a month, pay it back. Do that for 6 months, then apply for either the Discover, the Amex. I would personally go with the Amex. I'm gonna apply for the Amex Blue Cash Everyday card as my second card. Boom, I get approved for that card because I also did the same thing with Amex. I opened the checking account, opened the savings account, and then I apply for this card. So once I get approved for the Chase card, I'm gonna hold back on the building relationship with Chase, right? Because I already got approved for that credit card. As soon as I get approved for the Chase card, I'm going in, I'm opening up the Amex checking and the Amex savings. Do that for I would say at least 3 months because your credit is still new. So Amex is still gonna be a little bit like risky. They're going to think you're a little bit risky if you're getting these cards so consistently. I would wait at least 3 months. So at least 3 months, putting money into the Amex savings, Amex checking, boom, then apply for the Amex card. Now you just got two cards, and if you're putting a lot of money in there, I could see somebody doing this in as little as 3 months, and that is just a banger that I just dropped for you guys that I didn't even know when I was starting this credit shit. You feel me? Like I didn't do that shit. So if I'm telling you guys can do that shit, do it because that's gonna speed up your journey so much, bro. In this game, in this credit game, is like literally a marathon. So if you guys can think five years in the future on how you want your credit profile to look, you feel me? You guys can do big things with that credit. So I wasn't thinking about this shit when I was 18, 17, 18. I was thinking about credit. Good thing I got my first card when I was 18. Something I highly recommend you guys do. But I wasn't thinking like long into the future, like how I am now, 3, 4 years into the future. I wasn't thinking like this. So I'm dropping this sauce for you guys to really, really use this and, plan out your future the right way for good credit. So if you guys enjoyed all the sauce that I dropped in this video, if I'm missing anything, go ahead and leave that shit in the comments. Anything that you guys will recommend be better for someone to do if they don't have any credit. I'm always open to recommendations. I'm still a student of this game, you feel me? I'm still a student of this credit game. So anything you guys want to drop in the comments trying to teach me, I'm going to be open to it. Any questions that you guys have to ask me, also be open to it. Drop them in the comments. Hit me up on Instagram. Whatever y'all want to do. If you're into this credit shit, go ahead and subscribe. Leave a like, comment. If you're already subscribed, I appreciate you. You're going to be a day one when we blow this credit shit up to the moon. So thank you for watching. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Peace.